بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Let's continue with our studies of التعبير القرآني by Dr. Fadil Saleh Samir Ra'i. It's been a while, but alhamdulillah, you know, we take a break and then we come back. That's the journey of studying. You know, you cannot take a break forever. You have to always constantly be on a journey of learning and improving yourself. Okay. So just last time, we were talking about basically the idea, Dr. Fadil introduced this idea of sometimes the Quran will change from one sigha to another sigha. So in one ayah, he would use one sigha, one form, and then in another ayah, he would use another sigha. And this is, for example, he gives the example of Ibrahim alayhi salam. In one part of the ayah, he says, Inni bari. Okay, so he uses bari. In another place, he says, Innani bara. So he has the innani. So there's a noon al-wiqaya that is added, and then it changes from bari, which is a sifa, to bara, which is a masdar, right? And so he was just explaining the difference of what that is all about, and we had started to discuss a little bit about that idea, just so that we can refresh our memories. So the last thing he said was that innani bara, innani, you have this noon al-wiqaya, and this noon al-wiqaya, basically, if it is mentioned, then it could come as a place of tawkid, come with the meaning of emphasis, right? So that noon tufidu tawkid. That's where we had stopped. Okay. So he says, فانظر كيف أكد براءته في آية الإنعام بالنون وبتحويل الصيغة إلى المصدر، وهي نظيرة ما مر في آيات العجب السابقة. فانظر إلى جمال هذا التعبير ودقته، وكيف أن القرآن كاللوحة الفنية الواحدة المتناسقة، لوحظ فيها كل جزئية من جزئياتها، واعتني بكل لمسة من لمساتها. وصدق الإمام الرازي إذ قال: القرآن كالسورة الواحدة بل كالآية الواحدة. So in this paragraph, what he's saying basically is that take a look at how Ibrahim alayhi salam emphasized his innocence in Surah Al-An'am بالنون, with the noon al-wiqaya that we just mentioned, وبتحويل الصيغة إلى المصدر, and also changing the صيغة from bari, which is اسم صفة, to bara, which is the masdar, like we said. So he's just pointing out to us the two different ways in which emphasis has been added to his innocence in Surah Al-An'am. Okay, and he says, وَهِيَ نَظِيرَةٌ مَا مَرَّ فِي آيَةِ الْعُجْبِ السَّابِقَةِ, and this is a similarity or a likeness to what has been mentioned in the ayat of Al-Ujb before. So we talked about the ayat Al-Ujb, Ajib, Ujab. Remember that discussion? So one place it was mentioned Ajib, which is the sifa, and Ujab, which is Mubalagha. So the sigha changed. So he's saying this is a similar discussion to that, right? This is a likeness to that we mentioned before. فانظر إلى جمال هذا التعبير ودقته. So he goes on to just like, explain his emotional feelings regarding this beautiful expression. So he says, look at this beautiful expression and its precision. وكيف أن القرآن كاللوحة الفنية الواحدة, and how the Quran is just like one artistic لوحة, right? Script or text, المتناسقة, that is يعني suited to each other, like it suits one another, right? And then he says لوحظ فيها كل جزئية من جزئياتها, every detail from all its details have been observed. وَاعْتُنِيَ بِكُلِّ لَمْسَةٍ مِّن لَمَسَاتِهَا, and every delicate touch from all of its like delicate touches and or its intricacies, you can say. So every intricacy from all its intricacies have been taken care of. وصدق الإمام الرازي, and Imam al-Razi has spoken the truth when he said that the Quran is like one continuous surah. Rather, forget that, it's actually just one continuous ayah. كالآية الواحدة. Just from Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, all the way to Qul A'udhu bi Rabbin Nas, all the way to the end. Like it's just one complete ayah. The way it is mutanasik, the way it is woven together and connected, interconnected, that's the word, right? The way it is interconnected and the way it's in subject matter, it is just like one ayah. So that's what he's saying. Is that understood? Okay, I don't know whether to continue with the next paragraph or should we just do this paragraph first? What do you guys think?
Let's just do this one first.
Yeah, okay, let's do this one first and then we'll see. Okay, actually, I don't know. Today you're chatting, so I don't know if you are able to speak or not.
No. Am I clear
Okay.
audible clearly?
All right.
It's just
Okay.
I have little cough and cold, so maybe my voice is not clear. That's why I'm thinking. Is my voice clear?
We don't want to stress you, so if you need to take a rest, you can take a rest.
No.
Okay.
After a long time, so you really want to do that.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Yes, your
Okay.
voice is coming clearly, so yeah, we can begin.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سوف حرف استئناف and انظر is فعل أمر فاعله أنت and the rest is مفعول به مفعول القول sorry مفعول به في محل نصب مفعول القول right no it's just مفعول به في محل
Yes.
نصب and inside bracket كيف is حرف كيف is حرف اسم استفهام and أكد is فعل ماضي فاعله أنت and براءته مضاف إليه مفعول به of أكد and في حرف جر آية مجرور آية مضاف الأنعام is مضاف إليه so this is متعلق to أكد and ب حرف again جر النون is مجرور and this is again متعلق to أكد
What
and
just
واو حرف
happened? Okay, some error just occurred and it shut down my screen. I don't know what happened. Okay, let me do that again. Don't know why. It was hanging. I couldn't be able to activate my pen, and then it started working, and then yeah. You know, I'm using the free version of Microsoft Office, and they want me to pay, and I think that's why they're giving me trouble. But I'm not gonna pay, because why should I? Anyway.
Yeah, why should you?
Right? Anyway. Okay, let me share my screen. Hopefully it will not. Okay.
Okay. So they start
Yes.
from the beginning or just we start?
Let's start from the beginning because my attention was divided.
Okay. So بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فحرف استئنافية and انظر is فعل أمر فاعله أنت and the rest of the sentence is مفعول به في محل نصب to انظر and كيف is اسم استفهام and أكد is فعل ماضي فاعله أنت فاعله هو sorry and براءته is مضاف إليه مفعول به بأكد and في حرف جر آية مجرور آية مضاف الأنعام is مضاف إليه and this is متعلق بأكد and again بحرف جر النون is مجرور and this is متعلق بأكد again متعلق بالفعل مجرور الواو حرف عطف and بحرف جر تحويل is مجرور and تحويل is مضاف and الصيغة is مضاف إليه and this is معطوف to النوني. Is it correct,
It
right?
doesn't crash. Yes.
Okay.
No,
And
معطوف to
إلى
بالنون, yes. No, sorry.
is
Sorry, معطوف to, yes, بالنون, yes.
yes. So إلى is حرف جر, المصدري is مجرور, and this is what متعلق بالتحويلي.
Yes. You're right.
Okay. And this sentence from here, the whole is مفعول به في محل نصب of انظر.
Right.
and معه حرف عطف, and here is مبتدا, and نذيرة is خبر, and ما is اسم موصول. Correct?
Allah. It's giving me trouble today, I don't know. Okay, yes. So نذيرة is خبر. نذيرة ما, sorry. This is not نذيرة.
Yes. نذيرة ما, so نذيرة is مضاف, and ما is مضاف إليه في محل جر.
Yes.
Okay. So ما is اسم موصول, and the rest of the sentence is صلة الموصول. So مرة is again فعل ماضي فاعله هو, and في حرف جر آيتي again مجرور, آيتي مضاف, العجبي is مضاف إليه, العجبي is موصوف, السابقة is صفة, and this is متعلق بمرة. Right? And this whole,
في آية العجب, yes.
yeah, and this whole we call صلة. So ما.
Yes, this is صلة ما. مرة is the صلة الموصول. في آية is متعلق بمرة. And of course العجب السابقة موصوف صفة.
Okay. And فا is حرف فا is حرف عطف, and انظر is معطوف previous انظر, I guess, as انظر again فعل أمر فاعله أنت, and the rest of the sentence is مفعول به في محل نصب, and إذا is حرف جر, جمالي is مجرور, and جمالي is مضاف, هذا مضاف إليه في محل جر, and هذا yes, and التعبير is a بدل of هذا. So this is متعلق بانظر, right?
Yes.
Wow,
So yeah, انظر إلى, نظر ينظر إلى, when you're seeing something, نظر comes with إلى, right?
Okay.
So it's kind of married to it. It's متعدي بحرف in this case.
Do we call it متعلق بحرف مفعول به or just متعلق?
In grammar books, you won't even see that mentioned. I normally mention this so that you can understand what we're dealing with. But in grammar books, they will just say Ila is harf jar and Jamal is ism majroor. They won't even go ahead to mention this is mutaaddi bi harf, or yeah, what that means. Yeah.
Okay. So wow, حرف عطف and دقته is مضاف إليه, and
عليكم السلام.
Okay, if it is مضاف به then this جمالي هذا التعبيري, then this becomes the مفعول به for it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that becomes the مفعول به.
إلى جمالي هذا التعبير, right?
Yeah.
Where جمالي is the مضاف and هذا التعبير مضاف إليه.
Yes. And of course, it's still connected by waw harf atf, so it's still, the sentence is still connected.
Okay.
So it keeps on going. Yeah.
and دقته again مضاف إليه. This is معطوف to جمالي, I guess. Is it correct?
What is connected to Jamal?
دقته مضاف إليه.
دقته. Yes, مضاف إليه.
And wow, again حرف عطف, and كيف اسم استفهام.
So look, فانظر إلى جمالي, فانظر إلى دقته. So this is going back to إلى جمالي, إلى دقة.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
Okay.
You're looking at the jamal and you're looking at the precision.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we say this is معطوف to جمالي, right?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So أن كيف is اسم استفهام أن is حرف نسب أن القرآن is اسم إن and this is مبتدأ and تا حرف جر اللوحة الفنية دي is موصوف صفة and this is تا حرف جر and this is اللوحة دي is مجرور اللوحة دي is موصوف الفنية دي صفة so this is متعلق بالخبر مقدم I guess أنا قلت أنا again فنية دي صفة number 1 الواحدة دي صفة number 2 of لوحة دي is it correct
So
المتناسقة
you said
دي
مقدم what is مقدم? I'm sorry I missed that.
this is because أن القرآن is مبتدأ so there is no
Mhm.
خبر here and حرف جر so this is متعلق I guess متعلق بالخبر مقدم maybe
محذوف يعني
okay yeah
not
محذوف
مقدم because مقدم it means the
because
خبر
has
is
خبر
mentioned late.
okay
Yeah.
okay so I guess
متعلق
لوحة دي
بالخبر
maybe the
محذوف.
خبر I thought
You thought
okay but
كيف كيف
yeah,
could actually
no
be
I
the
thought
خبر here.
okay and لوحة دي لوحة sorry لوحة maybe the خبر or
No,
not
no. Well, yeah, yes,
no
yes, yes, yes. أن القرآن لوحظ. So this one would just be حال then. And then, yeah. أن القرآن كاللوحة الفنية
maybe
الواحدة. Um, you can look at it that, so that's one way. So you can say, okay, this whole entire sentence would be the way you said it initially. كاللوحة الفنية الواحدة المتناسقة is متعلق بالخبر مقدم. And then now you take this sentence لوحظ فيها كل جزئية would be the خبر. Or you can look at it as this is متعلق بالخبر محذوف. And then لوحظ is a sentence that is like a صفة. Oh, sorry, like a hal of the Quran.
okay
So there are two ways in which you can look at that, right? I will look at it as,
okay
yeah, the second, if you look at luhida as the hal, makes translation easy.
okay
Yeah.
so the hal of Quran this is the hal of
Yes, this
Quran
is a hal from here. Luhida is going to be the hal of the Quran. Let me put brackets instead.
so
Because it's
لوحة
describing the state in which the Quran is. Yeah.
okay so
And كيف is also hal.
Sorry, what is also hal?
كيف is hal. How we are
Yes.
taking it as a hal.
كيف اسم استفهام is always we consider it as a hal, like because it answers the question how, right? So because this always it answers the question how, we do the i'rab of it as hal.
Hal of Quran sister.
Yes.
Okay.
يعني حال in this case the hal of this entire situation. أن القرآن كاللوحة الفنية الواحدة. كيف that the Quran is like this how. So because we cannot put the how all the way at the end, because asma'ul istifham, this asma'ul istifham, they have what we call sadara. They have to come at the beginning of a sentence. Just like in English, we do that as well. We don't say, did you drive how? Or yeah, so we normally say, how did you drive? So same thing in Arabic, the kayfa, how comes at the beginning. Right?
And how did you say like لوحظ as a hal sister?
لوحظ as a حال. So لوحظ is a جملة فعلية, and before it there's a اسم معرفة. The صاحب الحال is القرآن. The Quran, how is it? It is observed in it. This is the state in which it is in. The every detail of it has been observed. So it is describing how the Quran is.
Because Quran is ma'rifa, because it's coming with
Yes.
al, so لوحظ I can do this now. Okay.
Exactly. If it was Quran without al-Quran, without the al, then we would say this sentence is sifa. But because al-Quran is ma'rifa, yeah, we're going to say that. No worries, Zahra.
جزاك الله خير.
وإياكم. Okay.
So لوهذا is حال and لوهذا is ماضي مجهول and نائب الفاعل would be كل جزئية مضاف إليه right and
Yes.
فيها جعل مجرور متعلق بالفعل المقدم yeah. and من is حرف جر and جزئيات is مضاف إليه and together this is متعلق to this sentence.
Yeah. جزئية من جزئياتها. So this is من
and
تبعيدية. Fawzia, you were asking about من تبعيدية? This is the one. A جزء from its جزوز. It's so a detail from its details. A part of its details. In other words. Okay.
and واو حرف عطف and ثانية is فعل ماضي and فاعله هو on right and
فاعله
again by هو
أعتني. What is that?
oh sorry this is again مجهول so نائب الفاعل would be هو or
Yes.
in this case and با حرف جر كل مجرور كل مضاف and لمستي is مضاف إليه and this is متعلق بأعتني متعلق بالفعل right
Yes, and this ba actually is it makes it متعدي بحرف because أعتني yeah so it's أعتني is
so
kind of
this is
اعتنى to it's لازم kind of meaning so it becomes متعدي بحرف.
okay so we call متعلق to أعتني just متعلق
yeah you can say متعلق بأعتني.
okay
Yeah.
and again من لما من حرف جر and لا so yeah you don't need the word what is that word
لمساتها.
من لمساتها right again جار مجرور مضاف إليه and this is متعلق بلمستي right من
Yes.
okay
Just like here we had جزئية من جزئياتها, here we have لمسة من لمساتها.
so this one is again the same in
تبعيضية. بعض.
yeah yes.
You know the
Part
word
of
بعض?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
part.
بعض, like family two. Then what do you have? The masdar تبعيض. And then you add the ya and the ta of masdariya. And then you have
Okay.
تبعيضية.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bit of process to it. But yeah, just remember بعض.
Okay. Some of it. So
Yes.
again, when we say because of موصوف type of thing, this jar majroor coming to my head because
Yeah,
this is
jar majroor
nakira.
is fine. Whenever you see mean, just say jar majroor.
Yeah.
But the function it
Yeah.
could be doing, like whether it's tabi'idiyya, whether it's ibtida'iyya, whether it's lazim. And of course, here, there could be argument. They could say that this is actually ibtida'iyya still. It could just be your normal min, like an intricacy from its intricacies. Doesn't have to be like from a part of it. It could be like from beginning point.
And how this is different from the men, which is a sifa, like a man
Min?
among.
Yeah, that's the one.
men,
That's
like,
tabi'idiyya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that min is called tabi'idiyya. Okay, I remember.
Yes. So just remember, بعض means part of something. بعضكم بعض, some of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it means that's what it means.
But one second, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
وأعطني, then because it is متعدي بحرف مجهول, so again بكل this all becomes
مفعول به kind of.
no مفعول به, right?
Yes, you can look at it that way. Yes. وأعطني بماذا? What was taken care of? So you can see it kind of answers the question what. But because here we're having well, okay, fine. You can look at it that way, but because it's مبني للمجهول, it's Yeah, you can just look at it that way. Yes, you just look at it that way if it makes it easier for you to understand, because it kind of answers the question what at the back of your mind. أعتني بماذا؟ أعتني بكل لمسة من لمساتها. It answers the question what.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
One question more.
Mhm.
من لمساتها is متعلق to لمستي, but because it is oh, here it's مفعول به. Okay, look at the min before that one. كل جزئية was نائب الفاعل to لو هذا, but the min, will that be متعلق or can that be added into the file? I'm getting myself confused.
So you can
Like
look at that whole. Actually, I'm starting to think that this بكل is actually نائب فاعل and not مفعول به. But let's address your concern first. So لوحظ فيها كل جزئية من جزئياتها. So this whole thing you can look at it as one bucket, and that whole one bucket is what? Is the نائب فاعل.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not just for simplicity, right? We can actually look at it like this.
In grammar books, you will not find that because they don't have brackets in grammar books. They will go word by word. So they will say لوحظ is this, فيها is this, كل is the نائب فاعل, and then جزئية they will say it's مضاف إليه, and then they'll say من حرف جار, جزئية اسم مجرور. So you will not see the brackets clearly in grammar books, but the idea behind it is that this is still connected, is one chain in a sense, and it's still connected back. You can see like the connection goes back to naib, to kullu. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All
So we
right.
take this as nice file or مفعول به.
I am struggling. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember. Is it supposed to be?
How
Go
is the
ahead.
translation different from the نائب file or مفعول به?
I think yes,
Like
it's
how?
نائب فاعل. Okay, so بكل لمسة من لمساتها أعتني. Every intricacy from it, intricacies were taken care of. So you see how we translate it like a fa'il? So
Yeah.
just the way in this case here, we translate it directly as a naib fa'il, because لوحظ is متعدي. So it doesn't need a ba حرف jar to make it متعدي. Same thing here. أعتني needs a ba حرف jar to make it متعدي, but it's kind of like the same structure, just like here, this before.
Okay.
So even if, imagine this ba is not there, it will be still the same thing.
Okay.
Right?
So we call نائب file في محل رفع.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is tough
So we'll
word.
not take it as a maful bi. It will not take it as a
Yeah,
maful
so here
bihi
in
then.
this case, it will not be مفعول به, so this one will be نائب فاعل. Yeah.
It depends upon the translation system basically, because when we get a harf in the middle, we usually tend to make it when it is a majhul. Then we tend to make it as a maful bihi rather than take it as a mutaliq bil.
I
So because it
think
is making a sense with the file, so we are making it as an naib file, right?
not entirely. So it depends with the fi'l itself. Is it a fi'l that takes two مفعول بهs, for example? If it's a fi'l that takes two مفعول بهs, then you can have the first مفعول به becoming the نائب فاعل, and then the second
Nice.
مفعول به could be متعدي بحرف. So that is a possibility that could happen. The other thing is when we are translating it, this is a problem in English, because in English, it answers to us the question what. And it should, because technically, what is a naib fa'il? Naib fa'il was the maf'ul bihi that got turned into a naib fa'il. In a normal active sentence, what is when you have, for example, if I said, I ate a piece of fruit, or I ate food. Let's make it very simple. I ate food. Okay, so you have me as the doer, and then food, which is the maf'ul bihi, is, well, the مفعول به. Now, if I want to take this sentence and make it passive, what would I do with, I would remove I, who's the doer, and then I would take the مفعول به food and make it the نائب فاعل, which initially was the مفعول به. So I would say food was eaten, right? So it still
Yeah.
answers the question, what was eaten? Food was eaten. So it sounds like a مفعول به because technically it was initially مفعول به that was turned into the kind of pseudo fa'il, right? So there's a very close relationship between نائب فاعل and مفعول به in that they kind of both answer the question what. So whenever you do this type of sentences, so like for example, if I was to make this sentence active, I would say اعتنى القرآن بكل لمسة من لمساتها. اعتنى القرآن and then بكل would be مفعول به. But if I'm going to make it passive, then I remove القرآن and then I take the مفعول به and make it نائب فاعل. اعتني بكل لمسة. Do you see?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Yes, every detail is carefully attended to. Yes, that's how we'll translate it too. Yes. Yeah. Okay, good. Any other questions? Or do we continue? All right, let's continue.
So Vav has قد and صدقة is فعل ماضي and الإمام الرابي is مضاف إليه. So and sorry موصول صفة and this is فاعل of صدقة and is حرف شرطية قال is فعل ماضي and القرآن كالسورة الواحدة is مقول القول في محل نصب مفعول به of قال. And
So
بل
when you say is shartiya, there has to be jawab shart, right? So is could be a number of things. It could be shartiya, it could be ظرفية, it could be تعليلية, and it could be فجائية. Okay? So sometimes if is just comes in a sentence and I'm not saying like if this, then this, then that's not shartiya, then that's ظرفية. I'm just showing when something happens. So وصدق الإمام الرازي, listen to just the translation. Imam Razi was true when he said this. Is there a condition? It's not if this, then this. It's not a condition, right? So I'm just showing to you that يعني الإمام Razi was true when he said this statement. This يعني he was true when this statement happened. It's just showing the time. Just showing the ظرفية.
This is ظرفية.
Yes.
Okay. So any condition when they like it came with fail or like was fail mubare, fail mabi, and we called it ظرفية, or just guessing with the context. Like here is it saying when? So
yeah, so the context
the
matters a lot. I haven't looked at my notes of is lately. So let's since we have a bit of time here, and I think we're just going to stop at this paragraph. Let me go to my notes here and see what we have types of is. See what we have here. So ظرفية, yeah, so it can come with both جملة اسمية and جملة فعلية. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So it doesn't really say much, but the idea is, let's look at شرطية. Maybe شرطية would give us some idea. So yeah, so the idea is just, and mostly it comes with ma, is ma. Whenever you see is ma, so that's definitely شرطية. Or just if there's a meaning of condition, like the meaning would tell you, right? So what does this meaning? I think I need to update these notes. They're not the best, but you know, good for beginners, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, comes with ma if it's shartiya. Although, again, I should just point out that grammarians differ when it comes to this matter of إذ and إذا, especially إذا, whether إذا is شرطية or not شرطية. They just say all إذا is شرطية. Some say that. And then some say no, not all إذا is شرطية. Something we might talk about next week, probably, in our Arabic interactive classes, inshallah. I will go into details into that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so here, this is ظرفية and قاعدة اسم ماضي and فاعله هو, and the rest of the sentence would be مقول القول مفعول به في محل نصب. And القرآن is the مبتدأ inside bracket.
Yes.
القرآن sorry. and جاء حرف جر. السورة دي is مجرور. السورة دي is موصوف. الواحدة دي is صفة. So this is متعدد. Then it's خبر, and I think our خبر is محذوف here. And بل is حرف قد, and is it إضراب? We
Yes.
call it حرف إضراب. And again تا حرف جر, and آية دي is مجرور, and الآية دي is موصوف. الواحدة دي is صفة. So this is متعلق or just us to previous كالسورة الواحدة دي.
Right.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
So our
So,
خبر is محذوف here, right?
yes, خبر is محذوف. القرآن
Okay.
موجود كالسورة الواحدة. القرآن كائن كالسورة الواحدة. So the كائن or the موجود or whatever, that would be the خبر that is intended, which is محذوف here in this case. Right?
It's
One
صفات استفهام كالآية الواحدة دي صفات
كالآية
سورة.
الواحدة. So الآية is موصوف, الواحدة is صفة.
And this is معطوف to previous كالسورة
Yes.
الواحدة دي.
So you
Yes.
see the ka,
This
and we're
was
saying bal is harf atuf. So it's connecting what and what? Is connecting this ka and that ka.
Okay.
Yeah. And in other words,
It's
we talked about bal, and we said bal is something that comes to negate what was said before and presents the argument that I want you to take. So he's saying, Al-Qur'anu ka-surati al-wahida. That was the initial thought. Initial thought was the Quran is like one surah. And then he says, bal kal-ayat al-wahida. No, scrap that. So bal here is used like, scrap that. This is it. Kal-ayat al-wahida. It's like one ayah. So that's how bal lil-idhrab. Bal with the meaning of idrab, that's what idrab means. Means you are negating what came before and you're going with what was mentioned after. Okay. Any other questions?
in صدق الإمام الرادي, couldn't this be badal?
Oh yes, actually, we said sifa, subhanallah. No, this is badal. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, correction. Yeah. صدق الإمام الرازي. Yes, this is badal. You can look at it as badal al-kull min al-kull, or you can look at it as atuf bayan as well. Because if I just said صدق al-imam, which imam? I need more information to explain to me, Father, which imam is this? Because there are so many imams in the world. Past imams, present imam. I mean, yeah, so that's a nice catch there. Thank you. Good observation. Any other questions or clarifications?
Such a lamb, badal al-kull should be completely replacement. Then how can we take badal al-kull and ataf bayan same at the same time?
So if I said wasadaqa al-razi and I'm reading a tafsir book, is there anybody who's going to doubt who al-razi is? Everybody knows who al-razi is when it comes to the tafsir world, right? So it can be badal al-kull min al-kull in this case. But maybe if like you're mentioning this outside of this discussion is happening in just a general audience and people don't know who al-razi is, then you can say, yeah, al-razi in this case is atuf bayan because it's giving more information to who the imam is. So it can be both. The idea is every عطف بيان is a بدل الكل, but not every بدل الكل is عطف بيان. Yeah. Yeah, so you'd see that most of the time the grammarians would just say badal. They will not bother with atif bayan and what, because atif bayan is part of badal. It's still a discussion in badal. So they would just say badal and they would stop there.
Sister Elam, can
Yes.
you help us with an example where the badal kul is not ataf bayan?
Let me think here. What did I say? I said every, this always confuses me.
said
So
that-
it's every badal al-kul. Yes. So sorry. I think I messed it up. Every badal al-kul is atif bayan, but not every atif bayan is badal al-kul. That's, yes. That's what I meant
it's
to say.
clear. Yeah.
can
Sorry.
you please cite it, Sister Elam? Sorry. Every badal al-kul is ataf
Atif
bayan.
bayan. But not every atif bayan is badal al-kul. So let's give an example. So if I said, I met your brother Ahmed, right? I met your brother Ahmed. Let's say you know my brother is called Ahmed. If you know that my brother is called Ahmed, then I can easily replace Ahmed with your brother. I can say, I met Ahmed. Or I can say, I met your brother. And it would still be okay. I can remove one and replace with the other, right? Because you know who Ahmed is. But let's say you don't know that my brother is called Ahmed. So I come and say, I met your brother Ahmed. Right? Now I'm giving you information that my brother is actually called Ahmed. So that Ahmed there is Atuf Bayan. So you see, in this case, this Atuf Bayan cannot be a badal because you did not know this information before. So this is new information for you. So this is Atuf Bayan. So it cannot be a badal. But if you knew this information, then it can be Atuf Bayan still, and it can be a badal still because you already knew this information. You understand? Or did I confuse you more?
Can you write a sentence, please? It's
Okay.
difficult to interpret when you just hopefully says that.
Let's write it.
You can understand that Atuf Bayan is explaining further more about the badal, previous badal, or I'm understanding this way, like Atuf Bayan is explaining further about the previous, about what we are explaining about the segment. And badal just exchange, we can exchange the two. The one that I hope I'm explaining.
Happening.
Please, I'm just taking a number, okay?
Sorry, actually, you were saying something. I'm having technical difficulties, so that's my brain is freezing a bit because I'm trying to figure out how to. Subhanallah. They really want me to buy this thing, and I'm not going to buy it.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
Arshi, can you repeat?
Yeah, I'm saying that the Atuf Bayan is explaining more about what we are talking, and badal is more about the exchange. We can exchange, like, is your brother, or just explaining your brother. Badal, like you said, is your brother. If you know he's your brother, and we can say Ahmed or just brother. We can use one. Easily, and Atuf Bayan is more about the explaining badal, right?
Yes. Yeah, so that's it. So badal, you can exchange and the meaning would still be carried forward. So for example, if I said, okay, I met your brother. It's the same as saying, no. It's really slow, but okay. I met your brother. It's the same as saying I met Ahmed. Okay, so you have a brother called Ahmed. And if I say I met your brother, and you only have one brother, by the way, you don't have any other brother, you just have the one brother, and his name is Ahmed. So if I say, whether I say I met your brother or whether I say I met Ahmed, we both know who we are talking about. This is badal. Okay, this is badal. But let's say you have four brothers. You have four brothers. One of them is called Ahmed. So I say I met your brother. If I just stop here, you won't know who I'm talking about. It won't be clear. You'll be like, okay, I have four of them. Which one? Then I say Ahmed. And then you're like, ah, okay. So you see here, I cannot omit Ahmed. Ahmed is key to this. I cannot just replace. Yeah. So it's giving me more information, in other words, about which brother I'm talking about, because you have four of them. Is it any clear?
Yes, Sister.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the rule. All badal al-kul are atif bayan, but not all atif bayan can be treated as badal al-kul, like we have seen this example. So Ahmed cannot be treated as badal because the meaning, yani the brother is not a total replacement. I want to say your brother, but at the same time, I want to specify which one of your brothers. So it's adding more information. Whereas in this one, if you only have one brother called Ahmed, then you can see I can easily do a total replacement. So, yeah, that's the idea.
Can you quote us an example for the second case
The second case
where
where,
the
or,
ataf bayan cannot be treated as a badal al-kul?
do I have let me go to the notes and see, because I can't think of any at the top of my mind.
If we say, for example, if we say, I met your brother, the little one. Now the little one will be ataf bayan here, right?
Yes.
It is not badal.
It's
Yeah?
not badal, yes. Yeah, because if you
Yeah?
say I met
Okay.
the little one, like,
describing him.
it
Yeah.
could be the whole population, right? So it cannot be a total replacement. Yes, that's a good example. Thank you. Yeah. Or the youngest. If I just say I met, maybe that's not the best. The young one, or the one with black eyes, and let's say all your brothers have black eyes. Like it cannot do a total replacement. You need more information to make it clear. Yeah. Or the thin one. Or maybe he gained weight. How do you know? Just messing about. Yeah, but
He
that's the
has
idea.
all sorts of brothers. He has all sorts of brothers, little one, young one, thin one. Too
SubhanAllah,
many
yes.
brothers, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna stop there, but because we have a couple of minutes, if you guys have any questions or even outside our topic or outside this book, we can discuss just for a few minutes.
I
and
have
then
a
we can-
question.
Yes.
I have a question. You mentioned in some of the class about maf'ul lahu, and which is answering the why question, and you mentioned 5 conditions. So every time it must have to have fulfilled the 5 conditions to be maf'ul lahu.
Yes.
Okay.
If one condition is
like,
missing, then it's not maf'ul lahu.
yeah, I have the beginner memory, old memory is just like it's answering the why question, it is maf'ul lahu. But when you're explaining, you explain like it has to be fulfilled the 5 conditions. So can you give us more examples about it?
Yeah, so the problem with saying maf'ul lahu, we took only one condition in bayina, and that was it. We just said it has to give you the reason why. It answers the question why, and we stopped there. Like we didn't go to the other conditions.
Yeah,
First of all, whenever we talk about,
this is very easy. I always
Yes.
remember like this. If answering the why question, we will just remember this. but you mentioned
I
five
know
conditions. I was
for
like,
beginner,
oh my God.
that's enough. For our level
Yeah.
at that time, that was enough. But then you come across lam al-ta'lil, and lam al-ta'lil gives you a reason. So you find that
Right.
sometimes we come and say, oh, this is maf'ul lahu, because it gives you the reason. It answers the question why. But actually, that's not true. Lam al-ta'lil, it answers the reason why, but it is not maf'ul lahu. Because why? It's not, it doesn't fulfill the other conditions. Right?
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So it has to be like a masdar sarih, not, I don't think if it can be a masdar like that. I will have to research and see if masdar mu'awwal falls into that category of masdar, so that we can say maybe lam al-ta'lil also acts as a maf'ul lahu. I'm not so sure. But from what I know is that it has to be a masdar,
Yeah.
and sarih, and then
It cannot match with the fail. It has to be
yes,
different from the fail we are talking about. And
exactly.
yeah. So that's why I'm
Yes.
thinking long. And like we study so easy. It's answering why you have to say it's maf'ul lahu and maf'ul bi, and like I'm
Right.
thinking and setting
The most, let me tell you, the
to
most
understand like
important condition when it comes to maf'ul lahu is it has to be fi'al qalbiyan. That's the most important one, right?
okay.
And of
Yeah,
course, it
I
has
was
to be from a
thinking,
different jither.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like qalbiya is we af'alul qalb, like we talk about af'alul qalb, and then again you said that imagination from like qalbiya yani beauty and like the emotions related to
Yeah.
emotions, and the
Related to emotions
af'alul
mostly,
qalb,
yes.
yeah, and the
Or the
af'alul qalb
mind,
is more like
verbs of the mind and the
yeah,
heart, verbs of the heart and mind. So
yeah.
anything you
So we
feel
have
in
been,
your heart and anything you
yeah,
think in your mind, this would be fi'al
yeah,
qalbi.
okay.
Yeah.
So like what we studied, like af'alul qulub, what the answer is sadda masadda li maf'ulain. We answered this way. But in maf'ul lahu question, we answer like we have to answer maf'ul lahu and fulfill this condition. So I'm confused between the two. How we differentiate between the two? Like if it is
Differentiate between
and
maf'ul lahu and what?
af'alul qulub, like if there is
Ah,
af'alul qulub, zanna, hasiba, and it's maf'ul bihi, we call sadda masadda li maf'ulain, right?
so look, أفعال القلوب, it's going to be either فعل ماضي
Yeah.
or فعل مضارع.
Okay.
مفعول لأجله is always going to be مصدر.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you differentiate
Yeah.
between those. So if I say حسبته, I assumed or I thought he was حسبته جميلا. I thought he was handsome, right? That is,
Yeah.
you see, I thought that's a فعل of the mind. But when
Yeah.
it comes to مفعول لأجله, I cannot use the فعل ماضي or the فعل مضارع. I have to use the مصدر version of it. So حسبانا, what's the مصدر? I think it's حسب يحسب حساب. No, حساب is حسب يحسب. What's the مصدر of حسب? لا حول ولا قوة. Anyway, let's look at ظن, for example. ظن يظن ظن. ظن is the مصدر. So يعني if I say ظنا, out of assumption. So for example, if I say I did what? How can out of assumption? What can I do out of assumption?
Consider.
Sorry,
Consider.
I can't hear. حسبان. Yeah, حساب. Okay. Yeah. حسب حسبان. Yeah. Okay, maybe let's not. Okay, ظنا. Okay. I can't think of an example. So when you're translating مفعول لأجله, you would translate it out of fear, out of assumption, out of يعني conjecture, out of respect. You see, all these words are things that are happening either in your mind or they're happening in your heart. But if I say aklan, food, I ate to eat, that's not something that's happening in your heart. That's not something that's happening in your mind. It's happening in your tongue. It's physical. If I say running, to run, running that's an action of the legs, of the limbs. It's not of the heart. It's not of the mind. So these ones are out automatically. Writing, not an action of the heart, not an action of the mind, out. So this is how we distinguish between qalbiyan and the other kinds of af'al. And of course, it has to be a masdar. So Sayyidah Samia, you were asking the 5 conditions. So the first condition is that it has to be a masdar. The second condition, it has to be fi'al qalbi, like we've talked about. So it has to be qalbiyan. And then it has to be ta'liliyan. It has to show the reason. So it has to give a reason. It could be masdar, it could be qalbiyan, but it's doing something else. It has to show the reason. That's why it's maf'ul li ajlihi. And then it has to be from a different jithr than the verb that is present. So for example, if I say, I ran away from him out of fear. Running, the jithr would be haraba, for example. And then out of fear would be khawfan, khawafa. So you have haraba on one side and khawafa on the other side. If I said harabtu harban, then this is maf'ul mutlaq. This is not maf'ul li ajlihi. So you see why it is important that they have to be different jithr, right? And then the fifth one, I don't really understand this fifth one very well because they say, okay, the fa'il has to be the same. I mean, I get it because the one who is running away, for example, harabtu harban, harabtu khawfan, I ran away out of fear. The one who is running away is me, and the one who is fearing is also me. So the fa'il has to be the same in a sense. So those are the 5 conditions. Yeah, you can share in the group. Okay, fine.
So the last one,
نفسك. Yeah?
so the last one means that it is like a sort of a hal of the file.
It's not a hal.
I mean, when they say that the doer has to be the same, so in layman language, that is like a hal of the doer of the main verb.
So now
right?
look, let me give you a difference why it's different from hal. Kind of same thing, but why we won't say it's hal, because I'm saying harabtu khawfan with a masdar, but if I say harabtu khaifan with isim fa'il, now we're talking about a hal.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't mean to say it by means of grammar rules, but by understanding.
In number.
Yeah.
Yes, in terms of like number and maybe gender, I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's the understanding, yes. Asafan is maf'ul li ajlihi, yes, in this case, yeah. It can also be hal, but yes, maf'ul li ajlihi. Yeah, out of sorrow. Out of sorrow. That's how we would translate maf'ul li ajlihi. Okay. Any other questions, or do we end there? Okay, I'm actually going to stop this share here. وإياكم جزاكم الله خيرا. Amin ya Rabbi. May Allah reward us all and accept from us and make us sincere in all our efforts. Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. I will see you guys. For those of you, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. For those of you, I'll see you next week. Inshallah, I'll see you guys next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you in rahmah, neema, and afiyah. Ameen. Summa ameen.
Amin ya Rabbi.